Start. Good evening. Shall we start or do I want to be wait 2 or 3 minutes? Shall I start? Shall I start? Just response yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, good. So just today I stopped for your quiz assessment. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? So I see and I explain gentle crossing and special crossing. There are two type of crossing I'm explaining on that. So do you have any doubt on special crossing and gentle crossing? So do you all agree with me? Hmm? Are you guys all are silent? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Have you all
Yes,
listened
ma'am.
my good? Okay, hope I stop slide number 18, right? So we will move on the next things, not negotiable crossing, right? So not negotiable crossing. So as I'm explaining yesterday regarding the types of check, right? Regarding the type of check, there are two types of crossing, right? There are two types of check. One is open check and other one is anyone remember? Other one is
Cross check.
very good. Cross check. One is open check and other one is cross check. Right? And open check is divided into two. Like here, you can be able to be see in the slide. Bearer check and order check, right? So open check is divided into bearer and order check. Thereafter, we have generally two types: general crossing and special crossing. So we did what is general crossing and special crossing, right? So today we moved on not negotiable crossing. Not negotiable crossing. Even the not negotiable is there within the general as well as special crossing. So you know what is general crossing. So in the check, if you see in the corner of the check, there are two parallel lines. If you see in the check, there are two lines in the corner of the check. That is known as a general crossing, right? If you see within this two parallel line, the word any of the bank name or without any two parallel line, any bank name is there in the check, then that's special crossing. Okay, so within this general and special crossing, you can be able to be see the word not negotiable. See here, it's a special crossing. Even within this special crossing also, you can be notice that the word not negotiable is there, as well as in the general crossings too. Even see that not negotiable. So within there nothing is right in this two particular parallel line, but still if you see and company account pay and not negotiable, it's known as a general crossing. So in the both type of crossing, even it's a general crossing, you can be see the word not negotiable, as well as in the special crossing, you can be see the word not negotiable, right? So if it is so, what is not negotiable? See, the word not negotiable may be also written in both types of crossing, that is general crossing and special crossing. So within this general crossing check and special crossing check, both type of check, you can be see the word not negotiable, right? So what is not negotiable? Generally, not negotiable in the sense you can't be transferred to anyone. That doesn't mean not negotiable in the sense it can be endorsed. Even the check consists the name not negotiable. You can't negotiate or you can't be transferred to any other person. But still it can be endorsed. Endorsed means what is endorsed? For example, if Tulsi wrote a check to Avani, then Avani in the back side of a check, Avani can be endorsed the check to Sindhujan. Then from Avani to Sindhujan, the check is passed. Again, Sindhujan may be endorse the check to Kamal. Then Kamal may be endorse the check to Radhi. So from one person to other person, the check can be get the transfer. So that is known as negotiable You transfer. Okay, so that transferability, it's called endorsed. You can be put any person's name in the backside of the check. So hereinafter, that person is handle the check like his own check, right? That is known as an endorsement. The backside of a check, you mention some other person's name and you put your signature. If that is my check, then I put backside of the check, then I put signature, and I put my signature. So hereinafter, the check is passed from Tulasi to signature. That is known as endorsement, right? So question is now, what are the consequences where a person takes a cross check? What's the consequences where a person takes a cross check which bears on its words not negotiable? If you are receiving any check, and if you see the word in the check, in the corner of the check, you see the word not negotiable. Then what he shall not have and shall not be capable of giving a better title to the check than that which the person, if I write a check to Avani, right? So I put a signature and I mentioned the holder name is Avani. Then Avani in the backside of a check, endorsed to Sindhuja, right? Avani in the backside of a check, endorsed to Sindhuja. Guys, my voice is audible. I get the messages. I'm not being clear. Is my voice is not clear for you all? Is my voice is clear?
Recording in progress.
Tell me, is my voice is clear or not clear?
Sometimes, ma'am.
Sometimes it's break, right? So let me know if sometimes it's break. If it is you could not be get anything, let's let me know. Right? Can be able to responsible to be hear my voice, right? Okay, let me know that if continuously my voice is break, right? So for an example, if write a check to Avani, then once Avani received the check and in the back side of the check, if Avani mentioned signature and put her signature, right? She mentioned negotiable. In the front page of the check, if she mentioned not negotiable, that's mean still even the check bears the word not negotiable. Even you can be transfer the check from one person to other person. That not negotiable doesn't mean that you can't be transfer that particular check. Still you can be transferred since the word has not negotiable, right? So what if it is so, what is not negotiable? So the real meaning of not negotiable, you can't give a better title what you doesn't have that, right? If you are not a genuine holder, then you can give the genuine possession of the check to the person to whom you endorse that, right? If you doesn't have any genuine possession of a check, then you can't give the better title that you doesn't have on the check, right? So not you can be transferred. What's the genuine position you have on that? If someone is lost on the check, if I receive in the bad part of the check, then if I transfer, then I can be transfer such kind of bad part of the check, right? Oh, not clear, ma'am. It's not clear now, right? Just give me some time. Connection issue. Give 1 second, 1 minute, student. Check my Is it audible now? Guys, is it audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Just give me 1 minute. Huh? Okay, I'm sorry on that. Hope it's better than Asians, right? Guys, have you all received my clearly now? Guys. Yes, okay, good. Thank you. Hope there may be no incident. Right? So the negotiable in the sense you can be give what's the actual possession, whether it's a genuine possession or whether it's bad possession of that particular check. So you can be transfer what's the identical possessions you have on the check, right? For an example, if I write a check to Avani, right? But Avani endorsed the check in the backside, endorsed to Sindhujan, right? But Sindhujan, when he brings the check from Avani, he lost the check mistakenly. He missed the check. Thereafter, Chamila took the check. Okay, what Chamila did that? Chamila fraudulently endorsed the particular check in favor of Cursor. And she put the forged signature of Sindhujan in the backside of a check. Right? Now, this Chamila endorsed the check to the particular person, Lahiro, right? Now, Lahiro have the check. Lahiro doesn't know that Chamila get the check, but from university, that is the particular check was missed by who is the girl? Avani, missed by Sindhujan. He doesn't know that. So, what's the actual intention Chamila has said? Chamila knows that I'm not be the actual owner of the check. He intentionally changed her name and fraudulently put the signature of Sindhujan. So, what's the actual possession this Chamila has said? That's the fraudulent possession. So, she transferred the check to Lahiro. So, what's the actual possession he transferred to Lahiro? She has a bad intention. With a bad intention, it can be able to be transferred the check to Lahiro. So Lahiro finally cannot get a better title, right? Why he cannot get a better title? Because Chamila is the person fraudulently transfer the check to Lahiro. Chamila guessed the particular check was get from the university because it was missed by the Sindhujan. So she doesn't has a genuine intention to have a check, right? So that not negotiable means what's the actual intention you have on that particular intention, which particular intention you cannot be able to be transferred. Other than that, you can't be able to be transfer such check to some other person, right? If you are a genuine holder, then you can be able to be transfer such genuine title. If you are a bad faith holder, then with the bad faith only you can be transfer such check. That is known as not negotiable. That doesn't mean that you can't be transfer such kind of check. Still, with the word not negotiable, you can be transfer because the real meaning of not negotiable, what's the actual you have, that's the position you can be transferred. If you have good intention, then with the good intention, you can be transferred. If you have a bad intention on the check, with the bad intention only, you can be transferred such check, right? That is mean not negotiable. Then, see that what I am explaining, not negotiable. These words do not trust in, these words do not trust in transferability, but transfers only that the transferor has. These words not negotiable doesn't mean that you cannot be transferred. Still you can be transferred. But this transfers only the title that the transferor has. What's the title you have? If you have a good title, the good title. If you have a bad title, then you can be transferred the bad title. Like sales of goods, what we studied, right? See the example, a person who has taken such a check. A person who has taken such a check from a thief cannot return it against the true owner. A person who has taken such a check from a thief cannot return it against the true owner, right? So the person could take the check, as the example was explaining that. Sindhujan is a person mixed the check, but Chamila is the person took the check. She fraudulently put her name in the check. So the person who has taken such a check from a thief. Okay, now Chamila is a thief. So who take the check from? From Chamila is transferred to Lahiru. So Chahiru cannot return it against the true owner. Lahiru can't challenge the check against the actual owner, that is Sindhujan, right? So true owner always can be able to be claimed on a check. So there are cases Nadaraja versus Yonkers, Nagur Pichai versus Kanabadi Pillai, Kanabadi Pillar, and Syed Muhammad versus Ibrahim. There are cases regarding not negotiable, right? Okay. Then we moved on account pay. So you maybe heard about you. There are sometimes your father, mother, sister, brother. The account pay check. Maybe talk about account pay check. What is account pay check? See some example. See, this is a People's Bank check. See, within these two parallel lines, they mention AC mean account payee only. Within the two parallel lines, they mention account payee only. It's a People's Bank check. Go for BOC Bank check. See, in the corner, account payee only. Doesn't mean that always crossing should be happen in the corner, right? It's a banker's practice. They can be put the crossing in the middle, or they can be put across here. Here, People's Bank made a crossing account pay here in the middle part. But see that BOC Bank put a crossing in the corner, account pay only. And see, Commercial Bank put in the account pay only. So this kind of check is known as an account pay check. If you are seeing on a check with the word account payee only. See the word account payee only. See the word account payee only. That is known as account payee check. Generally, you know, regarding the rules and the regulations of a check, which was mentioned in our Bills of Exchange ordinance, right? It was mentioned in the Bills of Exchange ordinance. But regarding this account payee check, regarding this nothing speaks about regarding this account payee check in a Exchange. This account payee check is evolved in the practices. Day-to-day life, bankers are the person have to be face some kind of challenges in the society. Somehow, if the check is missed, fraudulently taken by some other person, then bank doesn't know that. Bank cannot be understand how the check is altered. Then bank can be credited the account persons. Thereafter, true owner claim the money from the bank. So there are some social issues involved regarding the check. Then, because of these issues, bankers are created these types of account payee check. But there is no section, there is no single section you cannot be find out from the Bills of Exchange ordinance, right? So everything is evolved by the practice of the bank, right? The word account payee may be also be written in both type of crossing, general crossing and special crossing. You can we see the word account pay even in the general crossing as well as even in the special crossing. See that when I go back the special crossing. See the special crossing. So can we see the word account pay? Still, like not negotiable. You see that not negotiable crossing. Like that in the special crossing also you can note the word account pay. Just go for a general crossing. See the general crossing also you can we see the word account pay. So this account pay word you can we see in the general crossing as well as special crossing. Right? Both types of crossing. This account pay word you can be see, like not negotiable also, you can be see in the general crossing as well as special crossing. The same thing, account pay word also, you can be see in the both type of crossing, that is general crossing and special crossing, right? Effect of this check. If you are receiving a check which was mentioned account pay only, then what's the understanding you have a check? The answer is the payment will be credited. The payment will be credited to the account payee named specified in the check. If you are receiving account payee check, then that means that the payment will be credited. See, credited to the account of the payee, to the account of the payee named specified in the check. Right? See the check. Here, mention account pay check. Okay. So who? Davaya Dubalicious Guarantee Limited Company director signed the check. So Ravaya Dubalicious Guarantee Limited Company write a check to N Kodithuvakku. Right? So Kodithuvakku is a person owner of a check. Right? Now Kodithuvakku goes to People's Bank. And People's Bank sees that in the check, account pay only. The check mentioned account pay only. Then, if it is so, if the bank see on the face of a check, the word account pay only, then bank, what they have to be do? They have to be give such 1 lakh amount. They have to be give this 1 lakh amount. They have to be credited to the particular person Kodithuvakku account. Kodithuvakku account. Not the bank cannot be give this 1 lakh amount as a cash, the counter in the kind of Kodithuvakku. Okay, if the bank receive this kind of account pay check, agents of the bank have to be credited the amount which was mentioned in the check. They have to be credited in the bank account. They have to be credited the amount in the person bank account, not to give the cash in the particular person hand. By hand, the bank cannot be give the money. If it is account pay check, then the bank has an obligation to deposit the amount in the particular person bank account. They can't be give the money in the counter by hand to Kodithuvakku, right? See again, the effect of this account pay check, the payment will be credited. See, credited to the account of the pay, to the account of the pay. Who is the pay here? Pay is a Kodithuvakku, right? So to the account of the work only, bank has to be deposited the particular amount, right? See, third point, the word account pay, the word account pay within a general or special crossing is a direction to the collecting bankers. Now, if the People's Bank receives this kind of account pay check, now director sign on a check. To whom director gave? Kodithuvakku. So Kodithuvakku is a person wanted to be go to People's Bank, and he has to be get the money from People's Bank. So People's Bank is a collecting bank. Where he has to be collect the money from People's Bank. So if it is so, the account pay obligation, if it is a general or special crossing, the bank get a direction to the collecting banker to collect and credit the payee's account within the proceed of the time. So what bank has to be do? If the bank see the word account payee, then bank has to be clean and bank has to be very alert. And if they get such kind of direction, then the bank has to be direct. If they see account pay, then the direction give the bank, the collecting bankers, that is the People's Bank, what has to be done to collect and credited the payee's account. They have to be collect the check and they have to be check the number figure in the, and they have to be credited the payment which was the payee's account, right, within the proceed mentioned in the check. They can't be give the money in the counter to the hand of that particular person, right? They have to be credited such money in the payee's account. So that is an additional protection to given on the check, right? Then any payee of a check who has no bank account, will not accept such check. Any payee of a check who has no bank account will not accept such check. Who? Your university, Faculty of Commerce and Management, for what I did the lectures, for these visiting lectures, they issue 1 lakh amount of money by the. So in the check, now thinks that this is a university check, university issue and mention, here they mention Tulasi. And they put account pay check. What was the check? People's Bank. Now, if I doesn't have any account in a People's Bank, then I can't be getting cash by using this check. Because if it is account pay check, then the particular person if he wanted to be get money by using this check, if he goes to bank and give this check, bank has to be credited that particular person's account. Bank has to be asked which was your account number in the People's Bank. Then bank credited this amount in the particular person's account. If Kodithuvaku doesn't have any account in the People's Bank, whether can we get any benefit over this check? The answer is no, because account pay check tell them if you are get any benefit by using this check, you should be have an account in the particular bank. If it is a BOC bank, if you see the word account payee, then this particular person, Royan, should be have an account in the BOC bank. If it is a commercial bank, to whom it's tried COVID-19 healthcare and social security fund. So that particular society have an account in commercial bank, right? So from who this particular account pay check is issued, then the particular person should be have an account on this particular bank, right? That is known as account pay check. That is known as account pay check. Okay. The Bills of Exchange Ordinance does not refer to this type of crossing. That I told that no, our Bills of Exchange Ordinance doesn't have any single provisions regarding this account pay check. It is a practice. See the word? It is a practice recognized by the banking community. It's a practice recognized by the banking community. It is not the single provision you cannot be seen in the Bills of Exchange Ordinance. It's a practice evolved by the bank, right? Then account pay crossing is not negotiable. Account pay crossing is not negotiable. You can't negotiate this check. That means you can't give the checks to some other person. If, see the word where? Yes. If account pay check here, People's Bank, here, the director issue the check to Kodithuvaku. Then Kodithuvaku only has to be get this 1 lakh by using this check. Not Kodithuvaku wife, not Kodithuvaku parents. Only Kodithuvaku is eligible to get payment by using this check, right? That's what I say. Account pay check. That's what I say. Account pay check cannot be negotiated to any other person. It cannot be negotiated to any other person, right? So, practically, banks will collect it on behalf of no person other than the payee. So, only to whom this check is mentioned, the name, that person only has a right to go to bank and get the payment of the check. If it is account pay check, only Roy and Anne should be go. Here, only COVID-19 Healthcare and Social Fund Security Committee has to be go to the bank. Here, only Kodithuvarku has to be go to the bank. So the bank has a full responsibility, will collect it on behalf of no person other than the pay. From the payee only, the bank has to be collect such kind of account pay check, right? It can't be endorsed. By using this account pay check, you can't be write or you can't be transfer to any other person. In the back side of this check, see account pay check only, it's a royal. The back side of a check, you can't be put Sindhujan's name. Who the particular persons who write on a check, he authorized signature. So if it is director sign, director cannot be endorse a check. Roy and Ang also cannot be endorse a check to some other person. He is only person can be able to be get the money or credit by using this check, right? So if in the back side of a check, if you mention any person's name, that's what it is wrong. And we endorse a kind of check, right? Have you all understand what is account check? Have you all understand what is account pay check? Yes, only one person understand. MS42 only understand. Others? Others? Good. Others also understand that. Good. So if you have any doubt, it's your responsibility, student. You have to stop me and you have to continue to explain, right? Good. Ma'am, it means we can't endorse account pay. Only check. Yes, you can't endorse. You can't write some other person's name in the back side of a check, right? You can't endorse. That's known as, that's a special things, account pay check. Why we have these kind of things, students? Tell me if you are receiving account pay check. Here, this example, you are receiving this account pay check, right? Now, Kodithuvarku is a person. Now, Kodithuvarku, when he bring the check from this guarantee company, the main road, he lost this check. Imagine he lost this check. Who is the person? Sindhujan find out this check. And he just in the backside of a check, he just put his name, Sindhujan's name, and he put like the same signature of the director. Then he presented to the bank. Bank sees that this is an account pay check. If it is an account pay check, bank has to be only credited the money only to Kodithuvarku, not the person in the backside. What was the name is mentioned on that, because that is a special rule, right? Check. So it's a protection. Even Kodithuvarku lost this check. Any other person take this check cannot be able to be get this kind of money in the bank, right? It's a protection of this account pay check. If the check is locked, don't worry. Kodithuvarku doesn't care about that, because any person cannot be get credited by using this check, right? Because it cannot be endorsed. It cannot be transferred. Only Kodithuvarku has to be goes to the bank. If Sindhujan received that, then if Sindhujan goes to this check, Sindhujan has to be proved to the bank, I am the person Kodithuvarku. Right? It's very difficult to prove. To Kodithuvarku, he has to be show the identity card, he has to be maintain the account in the people's bank, everything he has to be satisfied. Right? I may answer the questions of COM 85. Yes, good. Thank you. Any doubts? So this is the thing I'm expecting you students. Good. Okay, then we have to be moved on scale check. stale check. What is stale check? Stale check. Generally, if you are getting a check, right, it is only valid for 6-month period of amount of time. It's only valid for 6-month period of time, right? See that generally check is valid for 6 months. For 6 months only, the check is valid. A check that is more than 6 months old after the date on which it was drawn, the check was called stale check. If the check also has, you know that now biscuit has expiry period, anger powder has expiration period, and some other thing, cream has an expiration period. So everything has some expiration period. Like that, check also has some expiration period, that is 6 months. After 6 months, the check is invalid. If the check is invalid, after 6 months, the check is known as a stale check. It's the expiration check. After 6 months, the check is known as a stale check. Check is older than 6 months, then it's a stale check, right? See the example. If a check was drawn or written on 1st of January 2009, when the check was written January 1st, it would be stale. When it's expired, when it get the expiration period on any day after 2nd June 2009. That is because have else after a date. See that the check, you can see the date of the check, right? Here the check date is mentioned. Here the check date, what is the date? 2020 March 31st, right? 2020 March 31st. When it's expired? When it's expired? After 6 months. When it's after 6 months? No, 4th of April 4th, right? April, May, July, August, September. After 31st of September, this check is stale check. You can't be go to the bank and you cannot be able to be get the credit by using the check, right? See here also 2009, January 1st, the check was dated. When it's, see the expiration period in 2009, from January 1st, 1 month, January 1st to January 31st, 1 month, then February, then March, then April, then May, then June. So after 2nd of June, it was written on 1st, no? Then the next day, 2nd of June, the particular check is expiration check. It is a stale check, right? So only 6 months, within the 6-month period of time, from January, from 1st of January to from 2nd of June, at any time, you can be go to the bank and you can be get the payment by using the check. But after 2nd of June, you can't be go to the bank because the check is expired. Because the check is expired. So the check expiration period is 6 months, right? See, in terms of section 6 of prescription ordinance. Prescription ordinance say a bill prescribed after 6 years. A contract can issue draw at any time within the period of 6 years. So within 6 months, you have to be go to the bank and you have to be get the payment by using the check, right? But that is one case. But if you have a check, right? That check, for an example, I wrote a check to Avani, the amount of 5 lakhs, right? So today I wrote a check. Then the next day, Avani went to the People's Bank and gave the check. People's Bank tell to Avani, Tulasi's account doesn't have 5 lakhs amount of money. So Avani can be filed a case against me because I am the fraudulently gave the check. Who has to issue the check? I has to be in my account should be have that kind of amount of money. I know that my account even for 100 rupees does not be there. Then how I can be issue the check for 1,000 rupees to some other person? Because I doesn't have any amount of money. No, I doesn't have any amount of money. But I gave the check to Avani 5 lakhs amount of money. Avani believed that in my account I has a 5 lakhs amount of money. For that belief, he took the check and goes to the People's Bank. People's Bank rejected the check, discounted the check and said Tulasi's account doesn't have 5 lakhs amount of money. Then Avani has to be filed the case, forgery case check was cheating, files against me, right? So within 6 years, prescription ordinance says that the amount of period of time you can be filed the case against another person who did forgery on a check, that is 6 years. So 6 months check is expired. You need to be go to bank and you has to be get a payment by using the check. If you doesn't receive payment in the bank, if the bank say the particular account person's name, there's no account, or the particular person's account doesn't have any money, enough money to pay you. For that reason, within 6 years, you have to be filing actions against me. If you're silent, if you're in 6 years, 10 years, if you are filing a case against me by using such check, then you can't be filed an action because check says that the prescription period of a check, it's 6 years, right? Have you all understand what is stale check and within how many years you can be file a case against another person by using a check? Understand, student? Understand, students? Good. Others? Good. Okay, that is known as stale check, right? Then, see, a customer can further limit or restrict the validity of a check. Generally, the check is valid within 6 months. General rule. After 6 months, the check is invalid, right? Generally, within 6 months, the check is valid. But you can limit the period of time. Even you know that check is only valid for 6 months. But you think that if the person, I maybe thinks that I write a check to Avoni, right? I put the date today. Then Avoni and me also knows that in month, any day. Today is a March, then April, May, June, July, August, until September, Avoni can we go to the bank? I maybe thinks that if Avoni doesn't go to bank within these 6 months, if she lost the check, if someone is took that, then someone can be able to get the payment by using the check. Then I limit the period of time. I can be write in the place of a check, validity of a check limited by 30 days. See that only for 30 days, the check is valid. If it is so, Avoni has to be go within 30 days to the bank and has to be get the payment within 30. Generally, the check is valid for 6 months. Within 6 months, any day you can be go to the bank and you can be get the payment by using the check. But if I limited the check, it is valid for only 30 days. I can be right. It is valid only for 4 months. I can be right. The check is valid only for 1 week. If it is so, then the person who brings the check has to be go to the bank within the particular time. Then here, he or she has to be go to the bank within 30 days. He or she can't be rely in his home by thinking that within 6 months I can be go to the bank. No. After 6 months, if they got within 6 months, they go to the bank. After 30 days, the check is invalid because the check is limited the period of time by garrison additional protection. See that I maybe give the additional security. Sometimes if she miss, what was happened? Some other person was took, get the advantages on the check. That's what I limit the period of time. If I limit the holder of check has to be get the payment within the prescribed time. Not he can't wait for 6 months of time, right? See, this is a good precaution. Precaution means that is a security to take because check can get lost or get into a wrong hand. If some other person is took, then he can be get an advantage by using the check. But if I limit the period, then he should go within the limited period of time. After she or he is missed the check, the 13 days, he or she, the person took the check, cannot be able to be got to the bank and cannot be able to be get the payment by using the check, right? Given the duration of check validity, there is time for a check to be lost or get into wrong hand. Less time. If it is 6 months, it's a longer period of time. But if you limit for 30 days, Even with, if it is get for it, is the chances is very rare to go to the wrong person's hand or the missing on that period, right? To lost the chair or get into the wrong hand. The drawer can therefore limit the period of 6 months when the check automatically becomes it, right? After 6 months, automatically the check is invalid. But within 6 months, you can be limit the period of time. If you are limit, then within the period of time, the person has to be go to the bank and has to be get the payment by using the check. Understand, students? Understand, students? Good. Okay. So we have to be start post-dated check and anti-dated check, right? So before I start post-dated and anti-dated check, I will be give a break. Now 6:22, we will resume 6:30, right? So within the time, you if you are go to washroom or if you take a fresh, just take a fresh. Start at 6:30. Zoom. And if you wanted to be go, just go and come 6:30. 6:22 now, join 6:30. Don't leave, stay in a Zoom and continue 6:30. Okay. Shall we start? 6:30 now. Shall we start? Shall I start?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now only Joel alert. I'm so happy, students, when I'm hearing your voice. Okay, good. Post-dated check, right? Post-dated and antedated check. What is post-dated and antedated check, right? Normally, the person who draws a check on the check the date. Okay. Generally, if you write a check, please see there where generally if you write a check, you should be put the date. Without the date, then you can't be put the amount and figure of the check. The check date is the essential part in the check, right? Just give one second. Okay, I'm sorry, students. There are some disturbs, right? So generally in the check, you should be put the date, right? Without the date, the check is invalid. Generally, in a check, you should be put the date. Without the date, the check is invalid. See there, what is post-dated and antedated check? See, first antedated check and antedated. The person put the date on the check earlier to the date on which it is drawn. The person put the date on the check earlier to the date, earlier date on which it was drawn. See, for an example, if the date is 21 November 40, if you think that today date is 2021 November 40, then check which date 2021 October 1. It is earlier date. Today, they are today. But they put the date before the date, earlier date. For an example, today, what is the date? 13th of March, right? Today, if it is 13th of March, then I put it 1st of March. Then that your voice is not clear. Now it's clear, guys. Guys, is it clear now? Guys, is it clear now? Is it clear? Now it's clear. Can I read my voice now? Is it clear or not? Not clear. Okay, it's there. Okay, hope it's fine now. Okay, let's interrupt me when it is right. So antedated me, for example, today I write a date. The date is today, 13th of March, right? The date is today. Now, okay, good. Thank you. Now the date is 13th of March, right? Now today I write a date, but I put the date 1st of March, even though today is 13th. I put the date 1st of March. So the date, that is known as antedated check. Still, this antedated check is valid. So from 1st of March to in 6 months, Avani has to be back and has to be get the payment by using the check. So within 6 months, in the sense whether you put antedated also that included. Today, even though it's the 13th of March, I put the date 1st of March, earlier date. That is known as antedated check, right? So bank will honor this check until it exceeds 6 months. Even today is the 13th of March, but I put 1st of March. That doesn't mean that 13 days we calculated that from 1st of March to this month. That's mean March, April, May, June, July, August. In August, person Avani has to be go to bank and has to be the payment by using the check, right? So what is antedated? Even though you are writing today, but you put the earlier date of that particular check, right? That is antedated. Antedated check is valid. Then post-dated check. Then against antedated earlier date. Then post-dated later date, right? See that the person drawing a check. The person drawing a check can place on the check a future date. See, a future date, but antedated earlier date. Here, the future date and not the date on which it was drawn. Today, 13th March. I write a check, but I put the date 1st of April. I put the date on the check 1st of April. If it is so, I write a check to Avani, even though today is the 13th of March, but the 1st of March. If it is so, Avani has to be wait until 1st of April. Why I put the later date? I may not be have money within the period of amount of time in my account. I doesn't have a money. Avani need a check urgent. So if I get some kind of goods from Avani, then for a considerations, I gave the check to Avani. And I tell to Avani, don't go today or tomorrow to the bank to get the payment by using the check. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, even for this 1 week, I doesn't have money in my account. So wait until 1st of April. Surely in the 1st of April, I will deposit the money. So I put the future date, even though I tried the check I wrote today, but I put the date 1st of April. So until 1st of April, Avani has to be wait the check to go to bank. So if she go 1st of April, if she feel that if the bank is discounted the check and told that the particular person's account doesn't have money, then Avani can't be able to use the check. But if Avani go to tomorrow, the bank cannot be give payment of the check because the date is a future date. That is a 1st of April. Avani can't go tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Can we go after 1st of April? 1st of April can we go even after 1st of April. So within 6 month period of time, Avani can be goes to People's Bank and get to be the payment by using my check, right? See what I'm explaining. Today, if the date is 2021, November, I put 2021, November 13, future date. Today is November 14, mention November 13, future date. So the person wait until 13th of November. He or she has to be wait until 13th of November to receive the credit by using the check. To get the credit by using the check, the person has to be wait until November 13th because it's a future date check. Okay, so this check cannot be honored before the date it was drawn. When it was November 14, if I mention the date in the check, November 13, then Avani can't go 15, Avani can't go 16, Avani can't go 17, Avani can't go 18. She has to be wait until November 30 to go to bank and to get a payment by using the check. Right? Have you all understand what is antedated check, what is post-dated check? Have you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Section 13, subsections 2 of ordinance says that, see, the bill is not invalid by reasons only it is antedated and postdated. If the check having an early time or if the check having a future date time, then by reasons of putting earlier date, by reasons of putting late date, you can't be invalidate the check. Check is still valid. If it is put the future date, then the person having the check has to be wait for the particular time. If it is put the earlier date, within 6 months, the person has to be go to the bank and has to be get the payment by using the check, right? Good. There are some case law. See, this statutory provision will apply to as well as both antedated and postdated check are not valid. Even if the check is having a date, even the check is having a later date, still the check is valid. Then the case is known as Krishnappa Chetty versus Harban Chetty. Case says that antedated check, postdated check are valid. Then Supreme Court held that the check is not invalid by reasons of postdated. If the check having a future date, you can't say the check is invalid. Still the check is valid. That was decided by Pollock versus Bank of New Zealand, right? Then another category is multi-lated check. Multi-lated check. It can be for multi-lated check, mutilated check. Mutilated check. Sometimes by using the fixture, you can be understand that the check torn into pieces. The check is torn into pieces. See, the check which is torn into pieces is called multi-lated check. If the check is torn into several pieces, the check is known as multi-lated check. This cannot, by using this multi-lated check, you can't be get a payment by using the check because it's mutilated, right? So it is invalid. Then countermanding payment of a check. What is countermanding payment of a check? See, section 75. Section 75 of our Bills of Exchange Ordinance says that customer is entitled to stop payment. Customer is entitled to stop payment of a check that he has issued before the bank pays it. The drawing of a check and the stopping of a check are both instructions to the banker that the bank must not disregard, right? The customer's instructions to stop payment should be clear, unambiguous, unequivocal, and unmistakable. It should be writing signed by the customer, giving the check number, amount, pay. What is countermanding payment of a check? Now, see that. Listen this example, right? Now, I write check to Avon, right? Now, I bought some goods from Avon. Things that I order some sari from Avoni, right? So Avoni sent some saris to me. Now, sari's amount is 1 lakh. Now, I gave the check of 1 lakh to Avon, right? Avoni told that, madam, only you order for 100 sari, but only now I can be able to be answer 50 sari. Okay, so rest of the 50 saris are there with me. I told that, okay, Avoni, no worry, send this balance of 50 saris, then I will be issue the check, right? So I told that, Avoni told that, madam, no, I have in a hurry, I need a hurry of 1 lakh. So you gave the 1 lakh, definitely I will be send the sari within 1st of April, right? So see, I gave the check. I gave the 1 lakh check to Avoni. I am waiting there. From 1st of March, today to from 1st of March, I am waiting that whether Avoni issue a sari. But even today, 14th of February, the new year also come. But I doesn't receive any single sari from Avoni. But I already issued the check to Avoni. If Avoni go to the particular time, the bank can we get the payment. Bank can issue to the payment to Avoni. But I doesn't receive the sari still. But and inform that bank, I gave the check to Avoni. This is the check number. This is the date I issue the check. Why I issue the check? To get a sari of 100 sari. But still I doesn't get a sari from Avani. So if Avani come with this check number to me, don't issue any payment. That is known as countermanding permit. You stop the payment. That is known as countermanding permit. That's you stop the payment. See again, read. The customer is entitled to stop the payment. Tulasi, and one of the customer in the BOC. Now I issue the check to Avani, but I doesn't receive any sari from Avani. I have to already give the check to Avani. No, I doesn't receive any sari. So I have to stop the payment to Avani. Then I call to the bank and inform that stop the payment. I already issued the check to Avani. If Avani come with my check, this is the number of a check. Please don't give any single money. That is stop the payment of a check. That he has issued before a bank pay. I already issued the check, but I doesn't receive any single sari from Avani. So I have to stop the payment. So I called to the bank and informed that this is a bank number. This is the date I issue. Please stop the payment. Okay. So you are giving the directions to the bank. You gave the check to order the bank to give the money. As well as when you doesn't receive any services from the person, even as like you issue the payment like that, you can be stop the payment of a check order. So you instructed the bank to issue the check as well as stop the payment, right? So the customer's instructions to stop payment should be clear. If you call to the bank and if you inform them, please stop the payment of a check, the stop should be unambiguous. You clearly get this number. This is a mistake Avani did that. So this is the name Avani. This is the IC number of Avani. If Avani come, please don't give any single rupees. So my order should be very clear. And it should be unambiguous. I have to give the stoppage of order. The check number, the check, person name, person IC number, everything have to be give to the bank and inform that bank you should stop the payment. Okay, then bank should be stopped because bank should be obey your instruction because the customer after that, right? Understand? Good. Okay. Then we have to show some questions. I can have to give some questions for these. And there are some other parts. So what I did there, sorry guys, I'm quite tired. So shall I stop from this and shall I start tomorrow? Have you with me? Shall I stop from this and shall I start from this slide 32 onwards tomorrow, if you all agree? Okay, only one student agree with me. If it's a physical lecture, then everyone should show your hand. I know. Have you agree with me? Okay, so slide 32, there are some we need to be studied. Check and we go for a past paper discussion. So I stop from this and I share the slide. So please study on that. I already told that now whether all your voice is not clear. All you are get print out. All you are get print out. All that now yesterday. Please raise your hands for the student get print out of notes today. Please raise your hands here. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Yes, Priya Tavaraza and 1842. So, and 136, 66, 139, 163. Very good. 44, 45, 81, 33, 70, 79. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm happy. Very good. Huh? So not only take print out, just started to read. Okay, just started to read and underline And if you have any doubts, please text me, right? Ma'am, is insurance law coming for exam? No, insurance not coming, right? Because insurance I'm not teaching now. Whatever the area I'm teaching, you should be expect the question from that area, right? Other than even in the syllabus also, I does not be put that no insurance. See that whether in your syllabus I put no. In your syllabus I doesn't put law of insurance, right? This must slow. So insurance doesn't come because I'm not be teaching that. So what is the area I'm covered that you should be focused on that area. Okay, sales of good, legal system, and Muslim law, Canadian law, pluralistic legal system, sales of goods fully, law of partnership, law of agency, now we study check, everything. See that? Who's the student asked that? There's no part, law of insurance, right? That's nothing, law of insurance. See, legal system you should be studying. Law of contract you should be studying. Law of agency you should be studying. Partners you should study. Company you should study. Yes. Wait, I'll come. Okay. Then labor law you should be studying. Then sales of good you should be studying. Nothing you no need to be go, right? So no need to be study for insurance, right? Got it, guys? Okay, good. So I'm stopped from this. We will meet tomorrow, right? Thank you for the participation.
Recording stop.